What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy 2025, you guys. Happy New Year. I hope it's going so good for you so far. And today I have what I'm reading in January. I'm doing a what I'm reading versus this is my TBR or this is my January wrap up because it's too early for a wrap up and it's too late for a TBR. So with that being said, I'm doing a what I'm reading in January. Okay, yeah, let's get started. I don't really have much to share other than 2025 has been great for me so far, and yeah. Alrighty, first one that I have for you is a reread. It is something that I want to read and keep near and dear to my heart. I'm not going to go into why I'm rereading it. Just know the last time I read it, I was 16 years old. So it's been 8 years since I've last read this, okay? But that is Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. This is a memoir. I am counting this as a nonfiction read. And in the year of 2025, one of my goals is to read 5 nonfiction books. I just want to read more nonfiction in general. I don't really care if I hit that 5 book mark or not, depending on like the size of books, but this one's a thin one, so we're off to a good start here in January. This one is about Mitch going to visit Morrie. Morrie develops ALS, and we kind of see what that's like as it progresses. ALS is not something that's fun to deal with, whether you yourself develops it or you're on the outside and kind of watching it happen. Even knowing about somebody who has it is very difficult. So do with that information as you will. This is not for, the light-hearted reading that I love to do. This is for something a little more serious, life-wise. All right, the next book I have is Reckless by Elsie Silver. This is Winter and Theo's story. This is the 4th book in the Chestnut Spring series, and one of my other goals for 2025 is to wrap up series or like universes that I'm in the middle of. So for example, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I want to finish that, and then Hey Mitch's book, which is coming out later this year. Then I can be done the Hunger Games universe. Does that make sense? They're not the Hunger Games, but they're still part of the same universe. So anyways, Reckless by Elsie Silver, book 4. I don't know exactly what tropes are in here. I think there's like an unplanned pregnancy trope situation going on in here, and I've never read that before, so I'm hoping Elsie did me good. Please. I know people say she does her tropes really well, so I'm just hoping it's good and gives me like a good idea of how that should be versus how a lot of other books are. I don't know. Okay, anyways, I digress. Next book I have is Scarred by Emily McIntyre. This is book 2 of the Never After series, right? Yeah, Never After series. And I super duper loved Scarred. I even have the limited edition. I don't know what it was, or Scarred. Did I say Scarred? I meant Hooked. You guys, it's bedtime. It's not really bedtime. It's 6 o'clock. But I've heard mixed reviews about this, and it makes me nervous because as much as I loved Hooked, I want to love Scarred too. So yeah, and this is based off of The Lion King, so we'll see. Next, I'm reading Daydream by Hannah Grace. This one isn't hitting right for me. I don't know what it is. I think I'm reading a different book right now as well that's like taking away from this one a little bit. So it's like maybe I should finish that book and then this book. But anyways, Daydream by Hannah Grace. It's book 3 in the Maple Hills series. That way, once I'm finished this, I will be caught up with the Maple Hills series. I don't know if Hannah Grace has a 4th book coming this year. Given the past couple of years, I think she might. But with that being said, yeah, this one is just not hitting right. I love Henry and Henry's point of view of things, but the female main character, as much as we are the same, I am not connecting with her for some reason, and I'm just like, right now it's sitting at a 3.5. So next, I plan on reading When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker, and I know this is a big chonky book, especially with the rest of the books that I'm reading, but I did get it on Kindle, and I tend to read faster on my Kindle. So yeah, all I know is this is a romantasy with dragons. Just, it's the theme of this month apparently, because another book that I plan on reading is Onyx Storm. I don't have it. Nobody has it unless you have an advanced reader's copy. Yeah, I ordered it. My boyfriend pre-ordered it on Amazon for me, so it should be on my doorstep next Tuesday, but I might not have the patience, so I may or may not go to Target before work to snatch the Target edition up. Plus what a beautiful addition it would be to the bookshelf, you know? Cutesy. So anyways, Onyx Storm, super excited, very nervous to for what's to come in Onyx Storm. And I know everyone that reads Fourth Wing and the Empyrean series is also very nervous for what's to come. Should I do a reading vlog? Anyways, next book is Binding 13. And you guys, this book is my 5-star feeling. This is going to be, I'm very confident, my first 5-star read of 2025. Okay, let me explain to you my feelings about this book, okay? I'm gonna put it down because I need my hands to talk. Picture 12-year-old you discovering Wattpad for the first time, or 11, I was 11. But anyways, middle school you discovering Wattpad and the wonders of Wattpad for the first time, and you find so many books that you would kill to be the female main character. Not that I would want to be Shannon in this book because but you would just kill to be the female main character just to be with the male main character. Does that make sense? No. Rewind. Imagine you're in middle school, okay? And you're discovering Wattpad for the first time and you're loving reading and you're reading these books that aren't actually books, but somebody else wrote them, so they're books, right? And you're in love with reading and you want to read more and it's all you can think about, and it's like over consuming your brain. Like, I remember when I was in 6th and 7th grade and I got into writing on Wattpad for the first time and reading those books, all I could think about were all the characters, even though they weren't in the same books or stories that I was reading on Wattpad. All I could think about were said books. And I'm just like, I feel the same way with Binding 13. Gibbsy is my favorite, okay? I love Gibbsy so much. His humor is chef's kiss. I haven't even gotten to like good parts yet. I don't know what would be considered a good part. I just have been loving. I'm on chapter 18, so I've been loving the first 18 chapters of it. Sorry, I had to whip out the hands and the motions because I just love it so much and I needed to express it. Okay, anyways, next book I am reading presently is Zodiac Academy: The Awakening. This is book 1 and I'm over halfway done. I'm on chapter 12 now, and it didn't get good until chapter 11. I will be the first to say the first 10 chapters in this book really suck. I don't know if it's because I'm listening to it or what, but it just now started getting a little juicy, and I'm just like, ooh. I had really high hopes for this series, so I'm not losing my hopes for the series, but this book was not my favorite so far. I get it. It's the first of a series. It has to set up the rest of the series, but the vibes that this gives off is like the Crave series. Alrighty, last book is Brain Energy by Dr. Christopher Palmer. He is a psychiatrist slash neuroscientist. In this book, we explore the thoughts and ideas of how mental health is connected to your metabolism and how mental disorders are maybe metabolic disorders, just like diabetes is a metabolic disorder. So it's kind of interesting to shed light on this because I know for a fact that a lot of what we put in our bodies and what our bodies consume, food-wise, impacts your mental health through the vagus nerve, because the vagus nerve connects from your stomach to your brain. So obviously if you're putting not so great things in your stomach, your brain is not going to have the proper fuel it needs to function and be happy. So anyways, I really like that book. There's a lot of references and studies being presented, which is really important to me because I love knowing that authors take studies and use them in their books versus here's what worked for me and my clients. So that is it, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'm going to do my endings a little bit different from here on out because sometimes I just forget to do the little fancy stuff at the end. So if you made it this far and you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.